Al, we gotta meet Sesshomaru's mama.
His mother.
And I think her one and only appearance.
Yeah, that sounds right.
You know,
You
that's
know.
it. She doesn't even get a name. She's just mom.
Wait, really?
Yeah, like her wiki page does not have a name. It's just mom.
Oh, that's embarrassing that she doesn't even have a name. His mother.
His mother.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. She literally does not have a name. That is. That's sad.
Oh, here you go.
Oh,
This is some trivia from her page.
okay.
Although Rumiko Takahashi never officially gave Maru's mother a name, Jock had referred to her as Lady Mother. Some English-speaking fans had nicknamed her Inokimi, which, if represented by the characters of these kanji, means
Mm-hmm.
dog ruler or dog monarch. Some Spanish-speaking fans have also given her the nickname of Irasue, which may be a misspelling of Urasue, not to be confused with Urasue, the evil sorceress who resurrected Kikyo. So there you go. She has no name. I guess she shows
Huh.
up in Yashahime as well.
Uh,
Everyone's favorite anime. Anyways, hello, welcome to this week's episode of Jared Now Watch. Inuyasha is episode 180. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Allen Ladium.
Hello.
We are discussing episode 176, or episode 9 of the final act, entitled Sesshomaru in the Underworld.
The Underworld.
Mm-hmm.
He becomes a mob boss.
Yes. Yeah, we begin this episode and Sesshomaru's just hanging out in a field by himself, just looking up, and everyone's just like chilling.
Inuyasha?
Sesshomaru.
Oh, really? Yeah, you're right. I thought it was Inuyasha at the beginning where he's being all pouty.
No, we will get to him being pouty here in a bit.
Okay, sorry. I forgot that both brothers are being pensive here.
Yes, both brothers are going to learn about emotions this week. Yeah, he's just hanging out, looking at the sky, and everyone's just doing their own thing, and Kohaku's staring at the sky as well. Very emotional, of course. And then Sesshomaru notices a flying dog demon in the sky, and then just floats up and transforms into his demon self, and then intertwines with this other dog demon, and then they come crashing down, and Joken's like, "Whoa!" And it turns out it's a lady, and she's like, "Hey, what's up? You looking to learn about the Tenseiga?" And Joken's like, "How dare you? That is Lord Sesshomaru. Please respect him." And he's like, and Sesshomaru's like, "Hey, what do you want, Mom?" And Joken's like, "What?
What?
Mom?"
Mother?
Sesshomaru's mama.
His mama. It's also worth mentioning that at one point Kohaku is like talking about Kikyo and his line read is basically just like, "Was that you?" It was like really when he's supposed to be sad about Kikyo dying.
Just some really great acting this week from Kohaku's voice actor.
You know, he's MVP in this entire series. Every single one of his voice actors just kill it.
How did they give the direction to every single one of his voice actors to just be as
Awful as
bland as
possible.
possible? It's wild.
It is very wild, I agree.
Anyways, Koga's boys show up where Inuyasha and the gang are. They're just hanging out. They're like, "We gotta go get Koga. We're gonna bring him back home." Koga's also sad because his leggies are very heavy because he doesn't have jewel shards anymore.
Yeah, he can't be Speedy Boy anymore.
Yeah, he's hanging out with Kagome,
Hmm.
chit chatting. And then he walks over to Inuyasha to tell him he's leaving. And Inuyasha he just like steps on his head, and Inuyasha's like, "Oh, are you leaving? Oh, all right, I guess you're leaving
All
us
right.
too." And
Mm.
Koga's just like, "Dude, stop being so emo and feeling down on yourself. Like, look, everyone here is sad. You're not the only one who's sad. Stop being a baby."
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Mm.
And then Inuyasha kind of starts to get back to normal. Koga leaves. He gives Kagome a hug. And everyone he yells at Inuyasha, of course, and then they go their separate ways as the boys are like, "We're gonna run slow for you, Koga. Don't worry." And then he just runs off without them.
Yep.
Like,
They're like,
whoa!
ah.
And Inuyasha notices a dog-shaped cloud, and he's like, "Smells like Sesshomaru. That's weird." Oh, anyways.
Anyways.
We head back to Sesshomaru's group. They're in a castle in the sky where Mama lives, and she's like, "Why do you got kids with you? Human kids at that. I thought you hated kids." Anyways, that's weird. You gonna eat them or something? And Sesshomaru's like, anyways, I heard Dad told you something you could help me with my new skill and everything. She's like, "Oh yeah, I got the stone, and he said to give it to you, but you're gonna have some hardship if you get this thing, but it's gonna make you powerful."
Woo.
She sends out like a weird demon thing, like a dog demon.
How
And
hard.
yeah, Sesshomaru uses the Mato Zangetsuha on it, and it just kind of just like doesn't really do much. And then the dog eats Kohaku and Rin, leaving Jockin all by himself, and then goes back into the underworld. And Sesshomaru's like, "Well, guess I'm going in there." And then Jockin's just like, "Oh God, why didn't I get eaten? I'm stuck here." Also, what do you mean you didn't tell us that if you go in there you can't return alive? What the heck?
She's like, "Oh darn.
Oops, magoops.
My bad."
Sesshomaru follows afterwards. He's like just walking in, just chilling. Sesshomaru's mom and Jockin are watching from the Mato stone that she's wearing.
I do like the recurring gag that she can't remember his name or just doesn't care.
He keeps repeating like, "My name's Jockin." She's like, "Little demon," anyways.
Little demon, anyways.
Sesshomaru eventually finds Ren and Kohaku. Kohaku's fine, but he's like, "Hey, Ren, I don't think's breathing. That seems kind of bad."
Ooh.
Ruh-roh. Eventually they learn that maybe they can save Ren if they kill the guardian of the underworld.
I also do think it's interesting in this episode that Jaka goes through a whole thing of like, no matter what I do, Sesshomaru, he favors Rin over me, and that makes me sad.
Poor
Like,
guy.
Jockin's the best character in Inuyasha. You can't convince me otherwise.
He's definitely up there for sure.
He's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. There's eventually a point where Mama makes a path back to her castle and is like, "Hey, you can come back if you want." And Sesshomaru's like, "Kohaku, you should go back." And he's like, Kohaku's like, "Nah, I'm gonna stay here. I'll help you out." And then they're like, "All right, well, we're just gonna keep going." And then they're just like, "Well, okay."
All right.
They eventually run into the guardian of the underworld. And there's a bunch of dead bodies hanging around, and the guardian of the underworld has Rin in his hands, like, "Arr." A bunch of bodies fly up into a black hole, and then Sesshomaru just chops this big old thing in half. But Rin does not wake up, and he's like, "Uh-oh." And Sesshomaru's mom's like talking to Jock, and he's like, "Hey, did he use the Tenseiga to bring her back to life before?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, she's done for."
Out of luck.
Sesshomaru gets very sad because he realizes he cannot bring Ren back. And then like the Tenseiga glows, and then a bunch of the dead bodies start crawling towards the sword and everything. And then he's able to use the Mato Zangetsuha and make a bigger hole.
Yay!
And just walks out and he's like, "Hey, what's up?"
Hey, how you
"Hey, how's it
doing?
going?"
What's up?
He lays Ren down, and they just look at her, and Sesshomaru's like, "Why are you sad? You look sad. Why? You've become stronger. The sword is better. Anyways, your dad wanted me to tell you about how you need to learn emotions in order to really wield the Tenseiga, because it is a sword of healing, and only someone with a compassionate heart can really use it," which all stuff we know already. And then Jockin starts crying, and she's like, "Why are you crying, little demon?" And he's like, "Sesshomaru can never show tears, and I must cry for him." And she's like, "Is that true? That seems kind of dumb." And she's like, "All right, well, anyways, let me put my cool necklace on her, and then that's going to bring her back to life. But this is our only time we can do this." one more time and she's done for. Which I think is smart as well. Like she makes mention to like Sesshomaru, like, yeah, you got to learn how to like respect death and everything, because you've been going around with your sword and be like, I can just make people come back to life and everything. So like you don't have a fear of death, and now you're gonna have a fear of death. So you're gonna have to deal with that.
Once per
Uh,
person. And she also tells Kohaku that like he can't be revived.
yeah. Because he was like, hey, you're not supposed to be alive after going to the underworld. That's like a demon thing. Humans aren't supposed to do that. Why? How are you okay? He's like, oh, I got a Shikon jewel shard. She's like, oh, yeah, you're not going to get revived either by the Tenseiga if you die. So good luck. So, yeah,
Um,
anyways, Ren's okay. Mama's like, I guess this kid also inherited one of his dad's weird traits about fussing over human gals. Anyways, see you later, son. I'll be back in the sequel series many years
Ugh.
down the line.
She gets to meet the results of this, I
Oh
guess.
God.
Ugh.
Ugh. And then they end the episode with the pals talking about Inuyasha and the gang, I should say, talking about what Kikyo told Kagome about trying to save Kohaku
Mhm.
and all that.
And then they slow-mo walk towards the screen.
Yes.
And this is the last episode with that ending that we have.
Yes. No more Inuyasha in the club for us.
Nope.
I guess I mean, I don't know what the next ending is, so maybe we get another club banger. Who knows? We got a few notes here from this
Okay,
episode.
hit me.
Tenseiga's limits are explained in this episode, which we've already kind of know. It cannot bring back someone who had already revived, which I'm pretty sure has already been established. It cannot bring anyone who has been revived from death, even if Tenseiga did not revive them, which, again, kind of just makes sense.
Mhm.
Sesshomaru hadn't realized about Ren's family had been killed by bandits in the manga.
Oh.
Sesshomaru's mother refers to Sesshomaru's devotion to Ren as proof that he has inherited one of his father's otter traits, alluding to his love of Inuyasha's human mother, Izayoi.
Izayoi.
And then the Mato Zangetsuha now appears in the shape of an eye. It's not a perfect circle yet, but it's bigger. It's not just a little like slash. It's a little oval.
It's a
Not
little
oval.
bigger.
What's the shape of an eye called?
Uh,
Is that an oval? Am I dumb?
Almond?
Sure. It's the size of an almond.
It's a very large almond, though.
Yes, big almond.
What is eye shape? What is eye shape?
It's gonna be like it's a
called?
sphere because it's a ball.
Oh, it does say sphere or globe.
Either way, it looks like it's the shape of an eye, if you're looking at someone's eyes that aren't out of their head. But anyways.
Aren't out of their head.
Yeah, because it's not spherical. It's just the eye
No,
shape.
no. I know what you mean. It's just funny.
Next time, we gotta deal with more Kikyo dumb stuff in episode 177 entitled Flowers Drenched in Sadness. Because we cannot get away from this lady no matter how hard we try. I agree. So we'll talk about that next time. But for now, if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool, where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Ann Ladium, go to annladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. Follow us on Blue Sky, seasonalanimecheckup.com. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, a critical analysis of Love Live Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac Man on Amazon.com. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. So join us next time as Kikyo, sadness, whatever.
Blech.